Hello, beloveds. So I have been getting lots and lots of questions from my community, from Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of the things. A lot of questions about twin flame stuff. So I honestly made a list and I'm going to start recording videos to answer these questions because there is a lot of misinformation out there, right? We're seeing this and it's honestly, it's like dangerous information. Ooh, that was me kicking my thing as I crossed my legs. So the first one that I really want to talk about today is the question, how do I know when I have met my twin flame? Okay, this is a big one because lots of people really want to meet their twin flame, right? And so there can be a lot of this like spiritually bypassing, self-gaslighting, self-abandonment, because we will not want to see certain signs, certain red flags, certain stuff, right? So here's a really, really good baseline for this answer. One, we have to remember and realize that there is not just one magical person out there that is going to make you feel whole. This is a very dangerous concept, and this is actually a concept developed by the patriarchy as a way to suppress and oppress women. It preys on vulnerable women who are deeply desiring to have the love and connectivity that they want. And so they are being told, well, there's just this one person out there that is going to give this to you. So make sure to ignore any flags, any signs of anything dangerous, any whatever, so that you can just have this one person, right? Anything that is created in the concept of lack is going to be patriarchal. This is going to be part of the system, part of the plan that is not meant for expansion, growth, healing, all of those things, okay? We have to understand that we live in an abundant universe. The universe is completely abundant. There are limitless opportunities, limitless creations, limitless everything. And so when we are in a space of fear and lack, that is something that puts us in a very vulnerable energy that makes us feel like, oh, well, I have to make this work and I have to self-gaslight and ignore these flags because this is just what it has to be, right? And so I'm going to justify this. So this idea that I'm going to meet this one person, that already needs to be scrapped. The truth of the matter is about the twin flame journey is anyone who is a twin flame can have a twin flame connection with any other twin flame. I know, right? It's like, oh my gosh, blasphemy. The twin flame journey is not some romanticized thing pertaining to, let me just find this one magical person that's going to make me feel whole. It is about ascension. It is about healing. It is about transcending the bounds and bonds of humanity and being able to experience oneness in human form. That is what the twin flame journey is about. It is about ascension. So what I mean by experiencing oneness is when we are all in non-corporeal form as souls, as spirit, however you want to see it, we are all one. This is again why there's not just one person out there, because we are all one. So we already are experiencing oneness, but we come in as separate streams of this one big entity that is the soul, that is spirit, however we want to label it. So we come into this and we are able to have interactions with other counterparts to the energy that is within us, that is our soul, okay? So if we have done the work to transcend our human conditioning of lack, of self-judgment, of attachment, of any of those lower frequency things, and we have come into this space where we truly deeply love ourselves so much that we would really only want to date ourselves, that is when we are ready to start experiencing a relationship that could lead to divine love. Okay? So if we haven't gotten to that point, if we have not gotten to a point where we have done enough work, where we look at ourselves and we're like, man, I love myself so much. I love everything about me. I love how driven I am. I love how motivated I am. I love how I take initiative. I love how I do this. I love how I see the beauty in everything. I love how creative I am. I love all of this. And I love myself so much that I would love to be able to co-create with myself inside another human being. Is this making sense? So when we've been able to come to that point where we have released all of this self-judgment, all of this attachment that there is something outside of us that's going to bring us this joy, pleasure, fulfill whatever emotional needs, etc., and we have come into that space where we are able to do all that, then it's like, oh my gosh, like how fun would that be to literally be able to like clone myself either in the opposite gender, same gender, however I want it to be expressed, and have a relationship with them and me. Like, I know it seems kind of weird, but like that moment, that's when you know, oh my gosh, I'm ready. So when I meet another person who is also in that same energy where they're like, I just love myself. Like, I love myself. I have accepted myself. I have released all of this stuff. I'm going to completely honor your journey. I'm going to completely like accept your journey. I'm here for it. Let's just co-create and grow together. When you're able to find someone else like that, that is when you have found the twin flame that you can have divine union with. But until we get to that point where we're actually capable and have the capacity within us to connect with someone else on that level, it's not going to be for us at this moment. We're still going to go through lessons. We're going to still go through karmics. We're still going to go through having to repeat cycles until we're at that point. And that's just the reality. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just the reality of the journey. It's the reality that, okay, like I'm still having to have feedback to help me release these conditionings, these beliefs, these false realities. And so I need to continue to have experiences with karmic partners that are going to help me discover where these lie in my body. And as long as I'm doing the work and leaning into that, then I'm going to be able to heal and ascend and get myself to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I just accept me. I love me. I'm amazing. And I have transcended all of this of being human, right? Because in order to experience a divine union, we have to be able to have our soul and our heart at a level where all of that old conditioning is gone. Otherwise, the souls are not high enough in vibration to where they can come together and experience oneness. Because that's the whole point. It's like, this is going to be so much more expansive. I know what oneness feels like when I'm in the form of spirit, but to be able to experience oneness while I am ascending the boundaries and the bondage that is my human form, that is ascension. That is when we don't have to reincarnate anymore. That is when we have gotten to the point where it's like, I did it. I've achieved the highest level of the game. I'm there. I have been able to reconnect into that which is oneness, but as a human. That is the whole mission of being a twin flame. That is the whole mission of that journey. So for those that are very connected to this concept that it has to be just one person, that's fine, but understand that you will probably have to have more cycles to reincarnate. And that's fine too, right? There's nothing wrong or right. It's just is. So if you're wanting to be able to have that ascension experience in this lifetime, then allowing yourself to move through things where you're fully in learning mode. I'm a student Everything is teaching me something. Everything is providing me feedback, and I have zero attachment to any of it. It's all just to teach me. It's all just to learn so that I can ascend and grow. If we can get into that energy, then as those lessons come, as that feedback comes, we're going to be able to move through it very quickly versus having to continue to replay unconscious, subconscious cycles with other people. Okay, this is why we notice it, right? We repeat the same cycles with people. Where it's like we need to heal a mother wound or a father wound, and then we're like, why do I keep dating people that are like my mother or that were like my father? It's like because it's needing to be healed so that we can move to the next level. So we're going to continue to attract these people that are going to play out that dynamic. So if we haven't healed that, we need to be very aware that the partners that we are going to attract are going to be ones that are going to play that cycle out with us. It's just part of the process. And until we've actually sat with it and said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and heal this and deal with this and process this on my own so I don't have to continue to play out these cycles, we will continue to have to play out the cycles. It just is. So when it comes to, I could talk about this for days. When it comes to the idea of, have I met my twin flame? The only way, again, to know if you have met a twin flame that you can have divine union with and that you can co-create with in a way that would allow you to experience the oneness is if you have gotten to that place where you would be able to experience it. That's the only way. So if you haven't gotten there, then anyone that you have met is going to be someone to help you expand and grow on your journey. I hope that this helps. And if you have questions, please leave them. And I will see you for the next video. Bye.